Hey there, I'm Laura. Welcome to my channel. I'm doing an 8.5 by 11 scrapbooking layout today of one of my favorite little guys and his cousin. I love these 8.5 by 11 scrapbooking layouts. I find that they're just so much easier to complete and they take up less space in the scrapbooks. And I just feel so much less pressure creating in that size. So that's kind of what I've been leaning into lately. I feel like it's just a lot easier. So that's the size I'm working with, and you can see that I started off with an 8.5 by 11 piece of white cardstock, and I auditioned a few different 12 by 12 patterned papers that could be a border around it, and then I cut one of those down to 8.5 by 11 size, and I cut my white paper down to be even smaller so the patterned paper would show around the edges. And then I ruffle up the edges of the white cardstock. I do a lot of bending and I also run my scissors over the edges of it to give it a really distressed feeling where it's kind of coming up off of the page of the patterned background. And I love how this page has a very monochromatic theme going on right now. I think it's really lovely and great. I usually don't do monochromatic. I took the 12 by 12 piece of cardstock with the floral border on it, and since I did not end up using that one as my background paper, I actually cut out the florals and I used them as embellishments on this page, which makes me so excited because in one scrapbook layout, I've managed to use two 12 by 12 pieces of paper and an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. So I really like how much this layout used from my stash, and it makes me feel so great to actually be using some of my supplies. Plus, the flowers look so cute. I glued down one of the edges on each of the flowers, and then I kind of let the ends of the petals come up off of the page, and I really like the 3D dimension that that gives to the page. I thought about adding a mat to my photograph and then decide against it using the negative space from some of these pop dots to make my photograph stand up off of the background, which is perfect because all of those layered florals kind of coming up at the edges. If I had tried to put that photo flat on the page, it would have flattened all the flowers that it overlaps with. So putting the photo up on pop dots made the photo stand out, but it also allowed all that depth for the petals of the flowers to pop off the page as well. And now I'm just playing around with a few different title options here. I've got this black XOXOXO, and then I also have a really cute chipboard banner that I'm going to put underneath of that. And I think it's so perfect for these kiddos together because they're adorable and they're just so sweet. I see the photos and the videos of them playing together. This is actually my best friend's baby, and every year for his birthday or Christmas or anything like that, I usually give her a couple of layouts of different like photographs from his life so that she can add them to a scrapbook for him. And I get to see all these cute little videos and photos of him playing with his cousin, and they are so sweet together. So I really liked that title. Then I add a couple of little phrase stickers that are clear with black text to the page, and I'm just following this diagonal that I've already created with the cut out flowers. And then I do a border with white gel pen around the edge of my patterned paper. I'm going to go back in with a black pen and do an additional drawn border on the inside of the white paper as well. And I don't do a lot of repeated borders like that, but this page has so many. It's got the black pen border, and then it's got the black patterned paper border, and then it's got the white gel pen border on the patterned paper. So lots of things kind of drawing your eye in closer and closer, kind of giving like a zoomed in effect where instead of looking at the edges of the page, you're kind of drawn inward towards the photo. I also add some different rhinestones in the black, and then I also do a few black enamel dots and really fill in that diagonal that I had created, and I think it ends up looking so sweet and so cute. The final thing I do is add a tiny bit of journaling there. This particular journaling was not anything personal at all. It just is another subtitle, essentially. It says Making Memories Together. And that is the finished layout of these two sweet cousins together. I hope you've enjoyed this monochromatic layout, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of the scrapbooking and other paper crafting adventures that I get up to. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, friends.